I'm a business coach, and I work with people all over the globe who are successful and stuck. I get them unstuck. I love this podcast because I get to have guests from all over the world and help people get unstuck, and people learn through story. So I always like to kick off by asking you, what's an area that you've been stuck in that you have recently gotten unstuck?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I like that one.
Thanks,
You
man.
know, where we've been really focused over the past 10 years is understanding how, like, what's the psychology behind distributed and remote teams, and how do you kind of bring them together and give them superpowers with technology to be successful. And we've been kind of researching for a while the concept of kind of continuous global development. Some people call it follow the sun. Some people call it 24/7 development. It was tried a number of years ago by IBM, Infosys, and a few other ones, and it failed. It failed miserably, right? And the the whole concept is that the way that companies operate, and more specifically how software is built, is very inefficient. In that you typically have a team, they work on it 8 hours a day. They go home, they go to sleep, and they come back and keep working on it. And the world never stops. The planet never stops spinning. And with where we're at today, we believe that there's no reason that the problem should never stop being worked on, or the work should never cease. And historically, this has been really, really hard to do. And we've been trying against it for a number of years now, but we recently have had a moment of clarity, or a moment of becoming unstuck. Because one of the big challenges with handing off work like that is capturing context and capturing data so that the incoming teams can have full reign over, or full understanding of what was worked on it in the previous kind of tranche of teams. And we found that AI has become really, really helpful in that kind of problem. And just to like high level, kind of break it down, is that so when you look at doing like planetary level development, we break it into 3 groups that are placed around the world. And as the world spins, that work continues to go all the way around. And the problem where we were really stuck before was that, when one of those groups passes it off to the next group, and they, group A goes to sleep, if group B has questions or doesn't understand context of what was going on, all of the work gets put on hold until, the world comes back around in there. And what we found is that, with large language models, and specifically kind of piloting with platforms like ChatGPT and through their API, as well as a lot of data aggregation through video calls, through AI generated notes and documentation and code, is that you can kind of carry that context digitally outside of the human brain all around through these teams, and they can continuously access and understand what the previous team was maybe asking questions about, what they were thinking kind of as they were problem solving. And it's been a really big breakthrough. And that's a huge kind of like unstuck area I think that we've been really happy with recently.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. And I would think that as you dive into, and I love what you talked about as far as understanding the psychology and the energy of how to kind of, what I'm hearing you say is take the human emotion and the why and the energy behind something, the frequency, the vibration in which it was worked on, and figuring out a way how to transfer that in real time so people can actually pick that up. And I think that's something that a lot of companies are going to be trying to figure out, right? It's how to kind of find that that continuum and that flow where you can pick up and kind of really get and sense what the person was thinking and doing. But that's going to be interesting as the world evolves.